We're in the amphitheater at Palmyra Ruins, this ancient Roman Greek city in the middle of the desert on the Silk Road, one of the great ancient historic sites of the world. It's really poignant being here because for some time this city was occupied by ISIS, and of course it became well known how they blew up the great triumphal arch that had stood for many centuries in this city. And then here on this stage, from the early years of the first millennium, they executed 27 Syrian soldiers and forced some of the residents of the town to sit in the seats and watch as they executed those soldiers on this stage. When the city was liberated by the Syrian army, the National Symphony Orchestra held a concert on this stage to transform that memory of horror into a celebration of the culture and the resilience of Syria. And that was a great event which was filmed and which was celebrated by the people of Syria as an overcoming of the brutality and horror of war and of ISIS. ISIS actually came back, and when they did so, they blew up the central section of this famous amphitheater, the ruins of which I'm sitting on here. 2 millennia of history blown up. It can be restored, and no doubt it will be restored, but it's very particularly poignant to be here at this time, and it's quite horrific to see the destruction of these people who want to destroy cultures and societies and memory of culture and society, as well as people and history. As we travel around Syria, there are many heartbreaking scenes, and of course the destruction of the towns and the cities is desperately heartbreaking and beyond description. And there's another kind of heartbreaking too, and that's a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching feeling you feel when you see ancient sites that represent whole civilizations and generations of history destroyed. Here in Palmyra, we've seen the amphitheater stage and the destruction there and the murder of 27 soldiers on the stage there. And here is one of the temples to Baal. This is one of the most complete temples in the world. It's akin to the great Baal temple at Baalbek in Lebanon. It was huge. In fact, the gateway behind me, imagine that height, rectangular all the way around, complete. I think about the 3rd century BC, I can't remember offhand, and full of carved stonework and carvings, a real ancient piece of history, 2,000 years, completely blown to smithereens by Daesh. One does wonder, actually, whether that can ever be restored. The destruction is complete. It's a sad scene. Many of the columns as well that surrounded this site have also been blown up. Some remain, but it's an act of sheer historical vandalism that is actually an attack on humanity, attack on the whole world, not just on Syria, but attack on humanity, history, and civilization.